Hi everybody, welcome to Evan's Piggies. My name is Evan, these are my piggies, and today we are going to learn how to sew your own tunnel for your guinea pigs that looks just like this one. So a while ago, I made this video called DIY Guinea Pig Products, which by the way is my most popular video to this date. But in that video, I showed this tunnel and I didn't really explain it much. I just said that I made it with a needle and thread. So in this video, we're gonna go step by step learning how to make it. If you don't know how to sew, don't worry. I will be showing you how to do it. And I'm not a pro myself. I took a sewing class in the 6th grade and watched 2 videos before making this one. That's kind of it. And as we know, the guinea pigs are not super concerned with style and looks, as we can tell by their guinea pig hotel. So if your threads are not perfect like this one, don't worry. As long as it stays together, this tunnel should last for a long time and your guinea pigs will love it. But before I go on, make sure that you please subscribe if you haven't yet so that I can make my way to 325 subscribers by the end of the year. It's a very short time, but I think we can do it. And if you hit that notification bell, then you'll get reminded when my videos premiere every Sunday morning. So without any further ado, let's just get started. First, I'm just going to review what we have here and the steps we're going to take before we begin. So we have the CNC grid. This is going to be providing the structure for our tunnel, so this is very important. Next, we have the shirt. This can be anything. The other two have some other kind of fabric that I used because my mom has a bunch of extra fabric, so you can really use anything, but just to demonstrate that, I'm going to be using an old t-shirt that doesn't fit me. You're going to need, of course, some thread in order to use with your needles. You can, of course, get one. You don't need all of them. I just bought a sewing kit. You're going to need pins to hold the shirt down, and you can also use one of these little pin cushions. Probably a bigger one than this, but. And finally, you're also going to need some scissors to cut the shirt. So first, we're going to pin the shirt onto the grid so that it stays in place. Then we will be sewing around the edges, followed by cutting the remaining shirt or fabric off, and finally bending the grid into the tunnel shape that you saw before. So here I have the shirt. I'm going to lay it down flat. I'm going to get the grid and put it right on top of the shirt. And remember, this could be one fabric. I'm just using a shirt because it's all that I have, and also just to demonstrate to you that it really could be anything. Then I'm going to fold the shirt over the sides like this, over all the sides. Okay, so now I have a square shape, and next I'm going to pin the shirt onto the grid. And to do that, I'm just going to take the pin, I'm going to go down and then to the side, try to get it to come out. And I'm just going to do that across the shirt. I don't need to do it on every single line, but I do have to do it at least at the corners and maybe 2 or 3 times in the middle. Okay, so our pins are all in. So now as you can see, the shirt will stay in place. And you don't have to worry about if you have a bigger fabric that you have left over, something like this, just leave it there, we'll cut it off later. So our next step is going to be threading the needle before we get ready to start sewing around the edges. And what I recommend doing is pulling it at your double arm's length. So pull it off of the thingy, whatever it's called, and about this long. This is as long as I would do it. I'm just gonna lick my fingers a little bit. You lick your fingers a little bit, get it on the end of the one end of the thread, and then you try very carefully to put it into the hole on the needle. You're you're going to get the two ends of the thread in your fingers, and you're going to make a knot. You can do this in any way that you think is going to work for you. You know, you've made knots before. It's a very tiny knot and you probably can't even see it. So we're going to go ahead and do this 2 or 3 more times, because this is going to be the only thing stopping the thread from going through the shirt. So that's why you want to make sure your knot is big enough. Make one more knot here. Okay, so here's what we got. I'm really not sure if you can even see this. Okay, so now we have the needle threaded. There's a knot at the end of the thread. So we're finally ready to begin sewing the edges. Okay, so to start, I would go to one of the corners, and then you're just gonna put the thread into right here. Okay, so in this thread, there's a space, kind of like a hole. So we're gonna poke the needle through there before we pull it all the way. So now I have like a knot, and this is the starting point for my thread. And again, you could probably do this better. There's probably a slightly better way to do this, but we're just gonna go with it. So we're gonna go back under, going up, back under, going up, and it just kind of repeat the whole way. So I'm gonna, like I said, go underneath, and then you're gonna pull it. There you go. Rinse and repeat. We're gonna make sure that when we pass the pins, we go on the outside of the pin, not on the inside. So if you look at the pin, but if you see thanks to the sewing, it's all gonna stay in place. Okay, so you'll see that there is not that much thread here. So before you get to the very end, when you're about this length, maybe a little bit less, you're going to want to make a closing knot. We're going to take this. Here it is coming out of here on the top. Here's our thread. We're going to go underneath as we were this whole time, around the same place where you were just now. So see, I'm right next to the other hole that I just went through. And before you pull it through, you're going to go into this loop. Before you go all the way through, you're going to go again. So make another hole. Now you're going to go through that hole. So now you have like a double knot, and you're just going to pull it. Oh my gosh. All the way. Okay, so I definitely made a mistake there. But I'm just going to do it again and again, and we will cross our fingers and hope that that does not end badly. So the knot is not perfect, but it does hold fine enough. So we're just going to take out these pins that we had on. We're going to cut this off later, but you'll see it's all good here. So we have one side done. So now we're finally done with the sewing. I am so happy that we are. And so the next step is just going to be pulling out the remaining pins if you haven't done so already. So here's how it looks so far. Of course, we sewed everything on, so it is staying together. But next we're going to have to cut off all the remaining shirt so that it's just the tunnel, just the square. Okay, so here is what we're left with. If you have more experience sewing and if you have the time, you don't mind doing it, you could of course try to sew these edges down so that it's not really hanging out, but it's not really too much of an issue. The guinea pigs might bite it or lick it, but they'll never really, it won't really cause them any problems. The final step is going to be bending the grid so that it can be a tunnel shape. If you need help, please ask someone to help you with this, and don't worry if it doesn't look perfect because you can still adjust it a little bit. So I'm going to get my arm, put it over like this, and I'm going to pull from the middle up, pull, 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 pull. I'm going to put it against my body like this and pull it up from It might hurt a little bit, so if that hurts, then put it down like this and push down. Okay. Okay, and if you want to flip it over to kind of change the angle a little bit, there you go. You got your tunnel. You could cut off the little frillies or whatever is hanging off that is bugging you. Of course, I want to cut off any loose threads. Okay, so here's our finished tunnel. So now we're just going to take it to the guinea pigs. Well, that is going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through the end. I really hope you enjoyed it and learned something. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channels, and also leave a comment down below if there is something you would like to learn how to make or some other video from me you would like to see. Otherwise, I will see you all later this week. Bye!